Coach, with Barry Brunetti now on campus, and you spent some time with him on Monday, what was it? Just get acquainted, or here's what you need to do? What were the first things you needed to accomplish?
First is just get him on campus, get him into his dorm, get him a meal card, get him a class schedule, and then the other thing we need to do from an NCAA standpoint is get him through the compliance steps that are required. He has to fill out some paperwork, and also the trainer needs to see him to make sure he's physically fit to start training, and of course we need to get him down to our equipment guy to get him the right stuff to get going. So today was more of a transition today, and tomorrow he'll start full time with class and meeting with me and getting in the weight room and starting to throw the ball a little bit.
Coach, his quote on Sportsline last week was, "I didn't want to sign to be a backup guy. I understand I'm on the plan by default. I want to come here and play. I know Gino has a year on me right now, and the one thing I have to work even harder because he has a year on me, I have to do 1 year of working during the summer to get the job." Here's a guy who says, "I want to get the job." Do you want that, or do you want a guy that says, "I understand my role and I'm the backup"? Which attitude do you want?
You want a guy that wants the job, and you want a guy in Gino that wants to keep the job, and you want a guy in Jeremy Johnson who wants to come in and take the job, and Coley White to have the job. It's my job to make sure that all four guys ultimately understand their role and ultimately play well together because it's a team that wins. But individually, you want each kid to really want that job and to work their rear ends off for it. So I'm glad he's on campus with that attitude.
How does this thing sort itself out? Maybe not giving me the names, but you're going to end up with a starter and a backup and a three and a red shirt, or ideally, how does this sort itself out?
Well, like you said, time will tell. Clearly, Geno Smith has earned the right to be called the starter, and it's his job to lose. But I do want him to understand that he can lose it if he doesn't continue to work, because he does need to improve in a lot of areas. It's nice to have capable backups to continue to get better and to push him. But at some point, usually around week 2 of August, we'll set the depth chart, and we'll make sure that the last 2 weeks going into the opener, that the starters getting the lion's share of the reps, and that the number 2 guys getting the remainder of the reps, and that the third teamer and the fourth teamer are there mentally but not taking away from what we need to do with the starter and the backup in terms of execution and getting ready for the game. But that's a long time from now, so I'm glad Barry's here on campus getting as much done as he can to help put himself in a position to play a little bit this fall.
And when does Jeremy Johnson come in?
June 6th. There's basically 4 3-week academic little segments this summer. Today marks the first of the 4, and Barry is in for all 4. Jeremy will be in June 6th to start the second of the 4, so he'll be in for 3 of those little 3-week little mini breaks, and then so starting June 6th, we'll have all 4 guys on campus, working and competing and trying to help our team get better.
Do you de-recruit them at all and tell them at some point you're not as big a deal as you were in high school?
We've always told them that. I mean, quite frankly, they know who they are, they know who we are, they know where they stand and what we expect from them. I don't think there needs to be a situation where a kid comes in and doesn't achieve what he set out to achieve, and something else happens to him that he thought might have happened to him in the recruiting process. Barry knows he's going to have an opportunity to fight for that starting job, and we're going to give him that opportunity. Gino knows it's his job to lose, and he's going to have that opportunity to fight his rear end off to keep it. Jeremy's going to be given an opportunity to come in and fight for that job. Coley's opportunity was this spring, and he knows going into the fall we're not going to have as many reps to throw his way because we know what he can do. So it's going to be a 3-horse race going into the fall to see who can step up and be the leader, the starter, the backup, and then who we need to redshirt and how we need to play Coley. And all 4 kids understand that.
Is it realistic to think that a true freshman, could come in and learn everything needed to know to be a starting quarterback? Is that realistic to think that could happen?
We had to do it with Gino last year. Gino played the whole Marshall game as a true freshman. Gino played in the Gator Bowl for the majority of the reps as a true freshman. And Gino played about 250, 270 snaps last year, all totaled, as a true freshman. Realistic or not, it's where we are. It's all we have, and so we need to get him ready.
All right, Coach. Thanks. Good luck.
Thanks, you Hop. Appreciate you.
He's a little bit more of a runner. Is he 6? He's not 6'1", is he?
He's a tall 6 foot, short 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
You know,